In this video, we're going to talk about some tips for your success in this course. Hopefully you've already read over the website that I provided to you. This was created by the university, and I think it has a lot of great ideas and tips for taking online classes more generally. In this PowerPoint video, I'm going to talk specifically about this class and some of the things that you can do to help you be successful. If you've never taken an online class before, I would particularly recommend paying attention to these suggestions. So the very first thing you should think about is asking questions. If you have any issues at all, you don't know what you're supposed to do, you don't know where you're supposed to upload something, as well as you don't understand content, make sure you ask someone. That is the easiest way to figure out what to do in that situation. You can do that, of course, by emailing me, but you can also do that right here in discussions. The very first discussion forum that you'll see is general course questions. And here you can post any question that you might have about the class, about Blackboard, about an assignment, anything you think someone else might have the same question about. Feel free to post it here. I'll check on this on a regular basis. I'll upload my responses here. I also would say if someone else can answer that question, another student, please feel free to do so as well. So really this is just sort of a community place where you can ask questions and get some responses easily. The next, I think, main idea or tip I have for you in being successful in this class is to create a work schedule for yourself. So I think the biggest problem that students tend to have in online courses is that it's easy to forget about them. You know, they sort of exist out there in this virtual world and you're not coming to class every day, you know, getting reminders from your professor. I will certainly be sending you updates on a weekly or a bi-weekly basis, but for your own self, it's important to create the schedule. I recommend that you create it similar to the way a regular course would run. So just as you would be in class, say 2.5 hours a week, maybe on 2 different days, I would recommend that you block out, say, 1.5 hour to 2 hour period of time during the week, and you put it in your schedule so that you can sit down at the same time on those days every single week and do work for this course. It's probably the best way to stay on top of things. And I've also created a few things to help you do that within the class. If you go to the weekly schedule, one thing that you'll notice is that I generally try to tell you how much time certain things are going to take to complete. So the syllabus video is going to take between 5 and 6 minutes to watch. Or if you scroll down, you'll see that if we go to week 2, some of this isn't filled in yet, but will be soon. The PowerPoint here is going to take about 20 minutes to watch. And this upcoming assignment, the Browsing Communication Journals, I imagine will take you about 1 hour to complete. So in those situations, I'm really trying to give you the tools that you can use to help you in planning out your schedule for the week and the upcoming week. My third tip is that you plan to log into Blackboard at least 3 times during the week. So I will be uploading materials for a full unit at a time. That's usually between 2 to 4 weeks of material at once. So you can plan to do the assignments for 1 week, but also to look ahead in terms of what to do in the following weeks. I also try to give you some heads up, as you can see, about things coming up. So the end of every week says looking ahead. And gives you some idea of, okay, this is on the agenda, you should plan for it. All of your assignments will be due on Sunday. Any new material, you know, so once I introduced Unit 2, That will always come live on a Monday. So if you plan to log in on a Monday and you can prep for your week that day. If you're a discussion leader, you have to post by Friday, so you can make a plan to always check in to Blackboard on Friday. And then make a plan to always check in on Sunday when everything's due and you upload it. If you're checking into Blackboard at least 3 times a week, you kind of know that you're staying on top of your material as well. So that's an important thing to kind of get into a habit. This kind of goes without saying, but in this class it's more important than it might be in other classes. Don't skip assignments. In this course, and something you'll sort of see more of, especially in the literature review assignment that we'll be completing over the course of the entire semester, that each assignment builds on what has come before. I like this in that I think that it really helps to cement your learning in the course. But the problem for some students is that if you miss one assignment, it has a kind of snowball effect. If you struggle, if you fall behind, you miss one, it makes it more difficult for you to get the other one done, and so on and so forth. And it can become kind of an avalanche that, quickly turns into something that's overwhelming. So even if it means, which I don't recommend you do this on a regular basis, but even if it means you're turning in something that isn't your very best work, it's really important to try to stay on top of the schedule and on top of the assignments. Finally, if you don't stay on top of it, something happens, something comes up, and the course starts to run away from you, contact me immediately. Let me know about it right away. I will help you create a plan to get back on track. I will work with you every step that I can to make sure that you can be successful in this class. But if you wait too long, it limits what I'm able to do to help you get back on track. So waiting 4 weeks to let me know you haven't been checking into the class, or you've fallen behind, or you missed a few assignments, that's a much bigger problem than, okay, it's been 2 weeks and you've missed a few things. So more than anything, if you find yourself in that situation, please reach out. You can give me a call, you can send me an email, you can stop into office hours, and I'm more than happy to help you figure out how you can get back on track and how you can be successful in the course. With these 4 tips, asking questions, creating a work schedule, 5 tips, creating a work schedule, logging into Blackboard at least 3 times a week, making sure you are turning in your assignments, not skipping them, and contacting me if anything goes awry. I think that you will find that the class is quite easy to get a good grade in, and you'll be successful in your experience here.